Hello everyone, welcome back to IndianCoding.com. Today we are going to study about PHP object-oriented classes and object. Okay, so let me write the format of this. In last lecture we studied about what is object-oriented programming and what is the basic terms that is classes and objects. So today we are going to perform some example for that, so you will be able to understand completely. Fine. So in that case, first we have to mention the PHP over there. Then I have to mention the class and what is the name of that particular class. Okay. So here, as you can see, I have mentioned the class name as a fruit. And in that case, inside the bracket, I have to mention what is the code over there. What is the code for that? Fine. So here I have mentioned the code goes here. Fine. So this is the syntax how you should write in for the class that I have mentioned. Now I will mention few properties over there, so you will be able to understand it perfectly. Fine. So first I have to mention the public. So inside that I have to mention what is the name of the name of the fruit and what is the color of the fruit. Okay, this is the properties I am going to mention over there. Fine. First you understood what is the properties, then we will mention what is the method. So what is the function is required to perform this particular task. Fine. So in that case, what we are going to do, I have to mention the function over there. So in case of that function, first we have to set the name. So for that, I will mention set name, and then inside that I will mention the $name. Fine. For that, we have to write the function's code. In that case, we have to write this. First, we have to mention the dollar. Then only we can write this. I will just write arrow over there. In that case, I have to mention the name equal to $name. So this is the first function I have performed. So that is how you can set the name. Now we need to get this particular name. Okay. So in that case, we have to mention function get name of the same thing we have to do. You just need to write again return this dollar this indicated and then name. So these two things we need to mention, and we have mentioned this. So first we have to set the name and then we should get that name. So now we have created how to work on it. So this is the basic term we need to do. Okay, so this is how we should define the class. First we should know how to define a class, then we will learn how to define an object. Okay, so in that case we studied about how to define a class. We have defined the class, and right now so in a class a variable are called properties and the function are called methods. So variables we have defined and the function we have created. So inside the object-oriented method, we call the variable as a property and the function as a method. So these are the things we need to mention. So for now, I am mentioning all the variables here. Fine. So these are the first I have created. I have created the one object here. Fine. So in that case, I am creating object. The first object I am going to use is the mango, is the new fruit. So I have created one object over there. The second, again, I'm setting the name for this particular fruit. Okay. So mango, set name as a mango. Fine. I have mentioned this. So now for getting this particular, for getting this as a print, I have to mention, right? So I have to mention echo and then dollar, the name of that particular, that is mango, what we have mentioned, the value over there. And then I have to mention we need to get this, right? So get name of, and then echo break I will mention for the next line. Okay, fine. Let me just reload it. Then you can see we are getting the mango, what we have mentioned the values over there. Fine. So that is how you can create it. I hope you understood how to do this. Just let me change to the another fruit name. Just imagine I will mention banana over there, or let me change the value here too. Okay, so again I will change the name here and then here too. Okay, so once if we'll reload that, we will get that value too. So now on screen you can see we are getting it together. So we have to mention the break tag, then only it will break it and we will get into the next line. So I'm going to mention the break tag over there. Okay. So again, I will just use the semicolon was missing. So I mentioned over there, okay, fine. Now we are getting the two values in two different lines, fine. So that is how we need to create it. I hope you understood. It is one of the easiest method to create it. Once you will start learning every single thing properly, then you will be able to understand object-oriented programming. So that's all for today's class. Tomorrow we'll study about more features related to PHP. Thanks so much.